Yo, what's up, combatants? Welcome to a very special episode of the Kickback, where me and AD Nasty, we kick back, we relax, we talk about some wrestling and some of the things that are happening. And right now, we are getting ready for AEW Double or Nothing. Now, we always break down Raw, we always break down SmackDown. We never really talk about anything else that's not WWE. So tonight's going to be a little bit special because this is a new promotion. It's a new era. There's a lot of things that are going on. And AD Nasty. Uh, you don't know much about this, do you?
I know nothing about. Well, I'm not gonna say I know nothing because I know a couple of names, but yeah, I don't know shit. So guess what, combatants, you're not gonna see me rant, rave, and ramble. You're gonna see me sit back and learn some shit. JB, this is all you. I am just gonna be the guy that sits here and I'm your hype man. If you're Eminem, I'm Obi Trice. You know what I mean? This
Oh
is all.
man.
I will say this, yo, shout out to everybody who's been watching the show. You know, like I said before, everybody who watches and comments and likes and shares, it's greatly appreciated. You know, it doesn't go unnoticed, and thank you. And yeah, man, let's rock. You know, like always, I'm AD. That's JB3, and who are we, JB?
Well, everyone knows we are the Breakdown Boys. But tonight we're going to be the Kickback Boys, or I don't know, maybe you can call us the Kickback Men. We kind of both did our jobs today and we handled our business. Now we're all relaxing, we're hanging out, we're ready to talk about some wrestling. And tonight it is AEW Double or Nothing is the topic. And look, I'm going to start off with a little bit of a
Can I start
history.
off with a question?
Well, okay, go ahead. I'll go ahead.
All right, I've been seeing that the main event was supposed to be Pac, who I know as Neville,
Yeah.
against this Adam Page dude, Hangman Page or something like that.
Yes.
Is it true that is it a work that it's not really gonna happen? You think they working us?
I don't know.
Or, because if they're not working us, I understand when you stand up for yourself and you want certain things for yourself, but this will be the second bridge that Pac, Neville, whatever you want to refer to him, burns.
Well, we'll get there. I know your interest level is very, very high. That's actually a part of the topic discussions that we're going to get to a little bit later uh,
All
with Hangman and actually with Pac, the bastard. That's what they call him. Yeah, it's Adrian Neville. Uh, yeah, honestly, I don't know, man. And that's one of the most intriguing things about this new company. So I'm going to bring it into the beginning here, and I will answer your question. Well, I guess I did. I don't really know. In my opinion, do I think it's a work? I hope
it
it's a work.
smells like a work.
I hope it's a work because I really like him and I want to see him wrestle in AEW. So AEW, you if you want to know anything about AEW, I'm going to take you back to probably around, I don't know the dates exactly, but it's sometime around like maybe 2000, you know, 9 to 2015 era. And you're talking about Cody Rhodes and you're talking about Stardust, and there was this big thing with what they were doing there, and we'll get more into detail about this specific matchup that they really flop. They really flanked. Like it was a flop. WWE had a chance to do something special, and they just missed the opportunity, and it was
Was it
not
with the
good.
dude from Arrow?
No. That actually that was actually, well, that happened. I remember that was like SummerSlam, but it was actually the match. So he was in a tag team with Goldust Stardust. They had this thing going. They were going to have this feud, and they were going to wrestle. And it was they wrestled it fastly, and it was a roll up victory. They did nothing else. They didn't give them the WrestleMania moment, and it really bothered Cody. It really bothered Dustin Rhodes.
They were supposed to wrestle each
Goldust.
other.
Yeah. They did
Okay.
wrestle each other in Fastlane that year. I can't remember. I think it was 2016, something like that, maybe. And they wrestled in. They didn't get their WrestleMania moment, and they just thought, they're brothers. It was a perfect story. They should have got their moment. WWE didn't pay no attention to it, so that ended up leading to Cody naturally being unhappy, and he took a bet on himself, and he left the WWE. Asked for his release, and he left to go to the Indies to see
Mm.
if usually people they start in the indies and then they go to the WWE, but you got, this guy who started with the WWE. He was raised up to be a WWE guy, and
Yeah,
you can hear
he's a son of a
hear his
he's a
story.
son of a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He's the brother of, not for nothing, in my opinion, a future Hall of Famer.
Yes.
And he had that pedigree. But what I respect about Cody was, and maybe I'm wrong, due to my lack of consistent watching, but every time I saw Cody, when he was in that Stardust character, it kind of looked like he was half-assing it because he didn't want to piggyback off his brother's gimmick. And when he was just regular Cody Rhodes, right, he never seemed like the guy who felt entitled. Like everything he did seemed to come from a good place of hard work, right?
Do the work.
And yeah, so for somebody to bet on themselves the way he did is awesome. And I also respect the fact that you never see him sit back and be like, oh, how am I not getting respect? I'm Dusty Rhodes' son. Do you know who I am? Like, he never came across like that, arrogant or entitled. So that's
Oh,
that's a
you're
big
right.
reason why I'm sitting here right now with you, man. Besides the fact that we're boys, we talk shit all day long, even off camera. We always on the yapping. But I really wanted to sit down with you today because I don't know what's going on tomorrow. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, this is my opinion on this, that, and the third, because, I come from a place where if you don't know, don't open your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? So the only thing that's going to come out of my mouth is questions. And if I know something and I have an opinion on it, we all know. I'm not going to not say what I think. So,
Well, we all know. But yeah, so he did take a bet on
real
himself.
quick. I got one more question, and then I just need to clarify one thing. All right, this Ring of Honor company, the New Japan company, right, and that AAA company from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Are they the three that are feeding AEW besides the signees from WWE? Are
I
they the
wouldn't.
ones feeding?
It's not feeding. No, they don't have no. They have zero working relationships with AEW. And again,
I thought there was a partnership at some point where people can cross over.
the only person who has that ability is Chris Jericho because he's Chris Jericho. So yeah, we'll get into that. So with Cody Rhodes, now to get to there, you got to know about, and I'm sure you heard about this. I know you probably heard inklings about this, but after Cody went to the Indies and he actually signed for ROH and he was with ROH and he did some New Japan and he was with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, and that's when they all started working together. Someone asked Dave Meltzer a question on Twitter. They asked him, they said, "Hey, do you think that these guys could sell out, 10,000 seat arena, like somewhere like Madison Square Garden or something like that?"
That was all in, right?
Yeah, and then Dave said, "Yep." Dave said, "Not anytime soon." And then Cody was like, "I'll take you up on that offer or on that bet." And then they did all in, and they did. In under 30 minutes, they sold out like 11,000 seats. It was pretty cool. I seen it. I bought it. It was great. I didn't go. It would have been great, but what that did was start a revolution, and it started AEW, and eventually they announced AEW. And no, they did not like have any partnerships with anybody. In fact, the Young Bucks have said that they wanted a dual contract with ROH and New Japan. They wanted to be able to have double contracts, and they wouldn't do it. So that's the only reason that they wanted to go and start doing AEW. But they just wanted to change the world. They wanted to create an alternative wrestling promotion for the fans by the wrestlers. That's something that's like
Unheard of.
for someone like me, and you hear us every week talk about Raw and SmackDown and how sometimes we like things, but for the most part, we're kind of like not liking it. This is what this is for. This is gonna be wrestling for everybody. It's gonna have different stuff. If you get a chance, watch All In. I could give a list of matches. Maybe that'd be another another show. But well, but check this out. So this all started with AEW. They announced AEW. They started signing people, And that's all it was. They were just signing people, free agents. And they just, and you know, it took the efforts of Cody, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, everybody, but they connected with this guy named Tony Khan. His dad owns like
his dad owns the Jaguars and,
the
a soccer club in England.
Yeah, but so he's like this numbers analytical guy, and he does all, but he's a huge wrestling fan, and I mean his dad is worth twice as much as the McMahon family. I mean they got the money, and then you know they started signing people, and they all of a sudden they got the TNT deal announced, and it's gonna be something. And now we have Double or Nothing. So,
okay, so let me ask a question once again. You know, you're gonna have to deal with a lot of these because I'm pretty sure there's some casual fans that watch our show, because our show really, the dynamic is this, you know, and if people haven't realized it, they're probably fucking retarded. But I come from a casual fan who, yes, since I was a little kid, I've been familiar with wrestling. When I was a little kid, I watched it. You know, I dug it. I followed it. You know, I watched all the way up until the Attitude Era, and through the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars. I remember the NWR. I remember when the WCW folded and was bought out. ECW folded and was bought out. I remember all that. Where I stopped watching was around the Chris Benoit incident, right? And then I kind of lost sight of it, and I would watch here and there, and I would see things here and there. You say that when we watch WWE, right? It's the commercial mainstream thing. That's what's accessible to me. That's what I'm familiar with as a child. So that's where I'm comfortable watching, right? Whether I hate it or not, that's where I go to. Somebody like me, who I am unfamiliar with the Young Bucks, and I know to a lot of fans of this, you know, show, and a lot of people who subscribe to this network are looking at me like, how are you going to host a breakdown show and be confident talking about wrestling and you don't know X, Y, and Z? I don't. So what? I'm unfamiliar with the Young Bucks. You know, the people that come from Mexico, like the Lucha Brothers and all those masks. I know this sounds ignorant. A lot of those masked dudes kind of look the same to me until I really figure them out. When I was watching WCW, and I was watching the cruiserweights like Psychosis and Rey Mysterio, and you had what was the other dude's name with the skeleton joint? Yeah, and Ultimo Dragon. You know what I mean? Those dudes, I could tell them apart, and you know, because I watched them week to week. But what I'm getting at is somebody like me who is unfamiliar with the indie scene. Why should I watch AEW? Like, I know that a lot of these stories are being built around what they have done in the past, and you know, they're jumping off their first main, not counting All In. Double or Nothing is the first AEW major thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so why should somebody like me watch it? Because it almost feels like going into a trilogy of movies and starting at episode, you know, the second movie, not knowing what happened before. Am I still, as a casual fan, going to be able to enjoy it?
Well, I can answer your question. Actually, there's three things that I have to say. Okay, number one, you have friends that you trust as wrestling fans like me who would suggest to you to watch it. That's one way that you would just watch it. And that's number two, you would have to just watch it. And I say the number two, get ready, because the platform was available, but not widely available to see these guys. Yeah, you can watch Being the Elite, you know, on YouTube every week on Mondays. They set up things. But starting in fall, they're going to be on TNT on a weekly. They're going to be on weekly. It's going to be a weekly show. They're going to have a show. You are going to be able to watch them. So check this out. But here's the real reason I want to get to. I'm going to answer your question right now. the reason that you should feel confident in watching this, and the reason you're going to you're going to love it. There's one name, there's one person there that makes this legitimate. It's the Bridge. He has been the Bridge for the past 2 years since he left the WWE and went and started working in New Japan and started doing his
Jericho.
cruise. Chris Jericho. Trust
Okay.
Chris Jericho. So all you
I
have
have
to do
no
is
I have
watch it.
no problem.
I guarantee you, if you don't like it, then you're never gonna like anything else besides WWE. You're just a WWE guy but they have something better to offer, in my opinion, as a fan, than the WWE is producing. And it's all gonna work out good because this show comes out, that they, just it's gonna be competition. It's better for the wrestlers, it's better for the fans. Eventually it's gonna be another era of great things to come.
Okay. All right.
So double
So
or nothing. Double or nothing.
all right. So basically, all right. So all right. Let me play devil's advocate. I'm a disgruntled WWE fan, which technically I am to a certain extent. And I'm not gonna say I'm fully disgruntled because a dude like me, when I'm disgruntled and I don't like something and I'm feeling a certain type of way, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? I hang it up, I I kick rocks, and that's that for me, right? So am I a glutton for punishment? Maybe because I week in and week out watch some of the bullshit that WWE is forcing on us, right? And honestly, we wouldn't have a great show, the great show that we do, if WWE was excellent, because we would just be sucking the dick of the fucking McMahons talking about how great it was,
All
and nobody
right,
wants
all
to.
right.
Okay. All right, but I feel like this. I'll gi- I'm willing to give Double or Nothing a chance because I want an alternative. I enjoyed when I can flip back and forth from WCW to WWE, and to call it what it is, like millions of other people, there was times where I didn't switch back. I just was watching WCW.
Yeah,
So
whichever
I'm,
way it
I'm,
is.
I'm cool with an alternative. As a kid, I remember watching NWA wrestling before it was WCW. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with an alternative. I'm cool with something different. That's not my issue. I just don't want to feel like if you giving me something new, which AEW is new. So if I'm somebody who never watched indie wrestling and I tune in for the first AEW TV show, I want to be able to go in as a fan or as somebody who's willing to give it a chance. I'm willing to watch it if they're willing to give me fresh, new storylines, not
Well, dude,
storylines that are based on things. Hold on. Not
listen,
storylines that are
AD.
based on things that has happened over the last X, Y, and Z years. Because I'm gonna feel lost, and when I feel lost, listen, there's no compass for wrestling. There's no GPS. There's no Garmin. I'm
Bro,
not gonna be able to punch in some shit and find my
bro,
way.
listen,
It's too
bro.
much work.
I understand this. This is perfect because that's how you feel. But this is why Double or Nothing is so important, and this is why, you know, that we're gonna get into this, this discussion. It's all about Double or Nothing, okay?
Yes,
Like you're
sir.
talking, I know that their TV show, you're absolutely right. When the TV show comes into play, they have to do that. It has to be new, and I believe it will be. But you're going to get a chance to find out what they have to put on the plate. You're going to find out because we're going to watch tomorrow night. Now, listen, there's 9 possible 10 matches in this Double or Nothing card. It's going to be tomorrow, May 25th, 7 o'clock. It's called the Buy-In. That's the pre-show. It's going to have 2 matches. Okay, the first match I don't know anything about, so I'm just going to mention it. It's Sammy. It is Sammy Guevara. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Versus Kip Sabian. It's just 2 wrestlers
Oh,
that
that
are going
Kip
to be
Sabian kid, right?
Yeah, I don't know anything about them, so I'm sure it's going to be a good match. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be entertained. I'm assuming it's going to come on before the Battle Royal. So there's not really too much to say about it, just that it's going to be an opening match. It's going to be You know, it's probably going to remind me of like when I used to watch WCW back in the day. They used to have like, and not necessarily when you were like you were saying the luchadors, but like they would have like Alex Wright. They would have these up and comers
The t-
that would just
that was the Alex Wrights and the Disco Infernos. Those were the up and coming guys that they used to put in the TV title.
yeah. So yeah, that's something I could totally see for that. But what you know what really interests me? I mean, that's going to be probably a great match, but it's the other thing that's on the pre-show, the buy-in. Now, I'm telling you, this is unique. Now, it's a take on the Royal Rumble. So I'll give you the story behind it. All in, they did
Well,
this over
wait,
the budget battle.
I watched Over the Budget on
Okay,
YouTube, and what I saw was a lot of Ring of Honor guys, a couple
well,
of New
there's a
Japan
reason for
dudes.
that. That's because when they did All In, they were using ROH, and because they were still signed to those, they didn't do AEW then. That's when they were still signed to ROH, and they were still working with New Japan,
All right.
and they were doing that.
So those dudes on the contract with ROH, I shouldn't expect to see them tomorrow night.
The only people you're going to see is people that they've already announced that are signed for AEW, and a few surprises that we're going to talk about. And this could be
Okay.
some surprises in this battle royal. So let me explain how this battle royal works, okay? So it's not like the over the budget battle royal. They changed it up. They're in Vegas. You know, they're going with the whole theme, you know, gambling, the casino. It's called the Casino Battle Royale. All right, and there's 21 participants. All right, and see, this is what's going to happen. They've gave out 21 cards, okay, and there's 4 suits, 5 different cards. So there's going to be a first set of 5 that come in and start wrestling in the battle royal, and then a second set of 5 based on suit. So whoever gets, you know, clubs, there's going to be 5 superstars. There's going to be 5 wrestlers that get clubs, and 5 to get diamonds, 5, and that's going to be 20 superstars. I'm going to say that. And I'm so sorry. 20
Call them
wrestlers.
superstars.
20
Call them
wrestlers.
superstars. You know why? Because let's call it what it is. The only reason we're watching this shit is because they're quote unquote stars. They're the stars of the show.
Well,
You
yeah.
know what I
So
mean?
So 20 of them are going to go in there and then go. And then someone they like it was 21 cards, so someone gets the Joker. And whoever gets the Joker comes in last. Okay? And then what happens is it's a battle royal and it's over the top rope and whoever wins is one of the top contenders for the brand new AEW World Heavyweight Championship, which will be crowned at a later date, but they're going to be in the match. So that's the battle royal. And I don't know, they have about 4 spots open from all the participants that they've announced. I'm going to list off some, and AD, listen, just this is going to be fun for you, all right? I want you to listen to these names, and you're going to have a reaction to some of these, okay? You're going to have a reaction. And there's about maybe 9 or 10 that I got on here, not all of them, and just know. Okay, so I did write down Sonny Kiss. He is a indie wrestler. He's
Gay dude.
I think he's a gay dude, yeah. Brandon Cutler, I don't know too much about him. There's a story. He was on Being the Elite when they signed him. It was really pretty emotional. Hey,
Wait,
Glacier.
is it Brandon Cutler, the dude that was in the Over the Budget, that has the kids that was about to quit wrestling? And
I think so.
His wife does the gear.
Yeah. That's him. Yep.
Yeah. I liked his story.
Yeah, he's got a great. Me too. That's why I was really emotional. I actually kind of teared up a little bit. Yeah. So check it out. Glacier is going to be in the battle royal.
You talking about WCW Glacier, the Sub-Zero ripoff? That
Yep.
big ass. I saw a thing on YouTube. It's called The Road to Double or Nothing or something like that.
Yeah. That's
and he was sitting in the office. Yeah, he was sitting in the office with Cody, and Cody was like, "Hey, you want to be a part of it?" And he was like, "Hell yeah! You know, I may be old and I may not be as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was."
Oh yeah, I get sure. Hey, and then they got Brian
Jr. I watched that stupid episode, and I'm not gonna call it stupid. That's fucked up. Let me reiterate myself. I started watching those episodes one day when I was bored, because honestly, call this, my ego, but I'm a very competitive person. You know me better than most, and I didn't want you to know more than I did. You know what I mean? Even though I couldn't catch up watching some YouTube videos, I wanted to know something. So
Well,
the
you're doing
Glacier thing,
fine. You're doing.
I didn't know it was still going on, but damn, Glacier, fuck.
Yeah, but then they got Brian Pillman Jr., which I
Is he
think is.
still Glacier?
Huh?
Is he still Glacier?
Yeah, he's gonna be Glacier, man.
Is
He's gonna have the paint, the mask, it all. And then, bro, Brian
Right.
Pillman Jr. Bro, Brian Pillman Jr. That's Brian Pillman's son, man. He's gonna be good.
No shit.
MJF. You know, MJ, if you didn't, okay.
Yeah, my brother.
Up,
You just said Brian Pillman Jr. That's Brian Pillman's son.
do you even know who Brian Pillman is?
Yes, I know who Flying Brian Pillman is. He was Stone Cold Steve Austin's original partner. They were fucking, what were they called? The Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not stupid. He shot himself.
I didn't say you were stupid, brother. I just wanted to know and make sure. Because you were trying to make fun of me. So, yeah. MJF. You know him, right? He's a fucking dickhead. Excuse my language. I don't like him. Yeah, you don't want to know him. You want to punch him in his fucking mouth.
Yeah, but I have to know him because you asking me to watch some shit. Now you don't want me to know people. I'm
just saying you're gonna know him and you're gonna be pissed off and want to punch him. You're gonna look him up. If you ever go to a live show and see him, you might hit him. And that's saying something about how good of a heel he's. If I ever see that dude, I'm punching him in the face on sight. I don't care. He's a dick.
So basically, I'm gonna feel about MJF the same way Sandy and my wife feels about the Iconics.
Probably. I mean, I hope Sandy don't punch them.
The Iconics?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'd pay to see
it. But the next one, Joey Janela. Do you know who Joey Janela is, right?
Yeah, he's that broski dude that he sits down smoking cigarettes and shit, talking about,
a hardcore mess, man. And see, actually, now that I bring him up, well, I'll talk about more of it later because Jimmy Havoc is in it too.
He's a Mets fan?
Huh? He's a Mets. I don't know. Who, Jimmy Havoc?
No, that Janela kid.
Oh, I don't know. I just know he's a hardcore wrestler. So is Jimmy Havoc. And Billy Gunn is going to be in it, which he's a producer for AEW. We know that.
Yeah, doesn't his son rock with them?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Michael Nakazawa is going to be in it.
Billy Gunn's son was in Over the Budget.
Michael Nakazawa. Yeah. Michael Nakazawa.
Okay. Who's the fuck?
Michael Nakazawa. Hey, Michael Nakazawa. Sean Spears. Do you know who Sean Spears is?
No. Common Dallas Page kid?
Huh?
He's DDP's kid?
No, you're too old school. No, it's Ty Dillinger, bro. Perfect 10.
Oh, well, you should. All right. Perfect 10. That's a perfect 10.
Man, that's a diamond cut. Small, bro. The camera's small. Okay.
No, the phone is. You ever seen Friday, the third Friday? No, when he was like, "Damn, it's small in here." No, nigga, you big in here. You know, it's not a small camera.
Now you're gonna have me go watching all them, man. You're gonna have me watching all them again. But yeah, there's four spots that are open. We gotta get on topic, man. There's 4 spots that are open. There's talk that Dean Ambrose might show up. He might show up, as John Moxley. There's talk that
I got a theory on that.
Yeah. Well, there's talk that CM Punk might show up. Probably not. What's your theory on John Moxley?
I honestly think that it's been a WWE work from Jump Street.
Yeah, it could be. I hope not, but it could be.
And let me tell you why I think it's a WWE work. All right. I have three things to go on.
All
right. And I may be totally off, but hear me out. And I don't know his wife's contract extension or how long she signed for. I don't know any of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as a person who has somebody who he loves deeply and who sleeps in the same bed with this woman every night and wakes up with her, wrestlers already have that kind of schedule where they barely see their family, right? Now, when you're married to somebody in the business, right, you get to travel together, you get to share experiences together, and you know what you call it what it is, you're together.
Okay, so your number one is that they're together. You know, I don't know.
Hold on.
I
Let
don't
me
know.
finish.
I don't know, bro. I could see that. I could see that, but I could also see someone like them. They would make it work because the AEW schedule is not going to be that is like the WWE schedule. WWE schedule is hardcore, especially with
I
women.
understand that. But with that being said, is he going to be able to travel with her when he's off? He's not going to be allowed backstage if he really signed with AEW. And another thing is,
Well, shit, she only works Mondays and Tuesdays.
she does house shows, dude.
What does she do
She
at
does
house shows?
she does in ring like interviews and shit like that.
I thought, man, I'm pretty sure they got the other little chicks be doing that.
No,
Renee's already stepped up the
no.
commentary,
They
bro.
use big names. They use real people. When people
Well,
go to house shows,
maybe you could be right. I
uh,
don't know. I
well,
can't say that I know because I don't know. I
basically
have no
this
idea.
basically my theory is this. I think it's always been a work, right? The way that WWE went out of their way, right, to send him off on a Instagram or Twitter post saying they wish him the best. It's
Yeah.
all a work.
Evidently,
I think he comes back.
hey, real quick. Evidently, their rebuttal to that, WWE's rebuttal to that was, or someone's rebuttal to that, what you just said, was that they didn't do it because it's a work. Which I'm saying, according to you, they
Once
did it
again,
because they said they gave him a nice send off because they wanted him to come back. But you could
okay.
be, like I said, you could be right. It could be a work.
The last person that they said, well, not they, the last person that WWE allowed to get out of their contract and was quote unquote wishing him the best was Bret Hart, and we see how they did him.
Hey, look, this is a different era, man. All I'm saying is this:
No, you just call it a different era. That's where we could agree to disagree. You could call it a different era all you want, but Vince is still Vince, B.
yeah, well, you know what? Here's the thing, though. If it is a work, then the last couple minutes that we spent talking about it was pointless because this is AEW, and I don't want to talk about Vince McMahon. Fuck Vince
No, we're
McMahon.
not. But
He sucks.
We have to
And
kind of.
I hope it's not a work because I want to see him in AEW. I don't want to see him governed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him held back in WWE like everyone gets held back in WWE. So the whole reason that AEW is here. It's because it's giving it a chance for people like him. If it's all a work, then fuck that. I won't watch. I'm gonna mark my words on the Combat Wrestling Network right now. If Dean Ambrose comes back to the WWE and it's all a work, I'm done with the WWE. Period. Straight up.
Well, you can't do that because you can't leave me high and dry.
I'm gonna
And
leave you
second,
guys there. Hey, I'll be
and
right there
secondly,
with the breakdown. I'll be right
it is
there. I'll be bouncing back and forth with you with the breakdown. We'll be there. I'll be right there. I just ain't gonna watch it.
if it is a work, it's a great work. You know why? Because they're allowing him to change his name or do whatever he wants, cut these promos outside of the WWE, right? And maybe he comes back
Who?
and he's the anti-establishment.
You mean the same guy who just made the wild card? You mean the same guy who just made the 24/7 belt is going to do something that intricate with Dean Ambrose? You know what I think?
Now,
It ain't going to work. Dean Ambrose said, fuck that shit. I'm going to let my contract run, and I'm going to do what the fuck I want.
Hold on.
That's what I think Dean
Now,
Ambrose is doing.
now you
Vince
just
McMahon
triggered
is making all these shit decisions. Why would he be so smart with that one thing to make this all work? If it was Triple H's thing, sure, Triple H could do it. Triple H, just look at NXT. It's great. He knows what's up. But man, I want Jon Moxley in AEW. I want to see him at Double or Nothing. Now, real quick, bro, I want to go through a list of a couple matches on the show that we're gonna see. Not too big of matches. They're just there. Nothing to really talk about, but I just want to kind of at least list them. So if anybody out there's listening and you are interested in these matches, you might want to see them. So there will be a triple threat match between Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Kylie Ray, 3 indie wrestlers. They're women. They're cool. SCU versus OWE. OWE is this. I'm really interested about this. SCU is Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian.
Oh yeah,
and
Fallen
Scorpio
Angel,
Sky.
that other dude. I know who that. Yeah, I've heard
Yep.
of them.
Yep. They're really, really
Impact.
good. They're veterans. Yeah. OEW or OWE is like Oriental Wrestling Experience. It's supposed to be crazy. Like I haven't watched any of it. I'm gonna wait till I see what they got for Double or Nothing. It's gonna be cool. They got a triple threat, or not a triple threat. They got a 6-women tags match, and I'm gonna try to do this. Hey, don't judge me, AD. Okay, don't judge me. All right, please don't judge me, bro. Aha Kong, Yoka Sakazaki, and Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida, Riho Abe, and Rio something. I don't know. I couldn't write it down. It was like 13, 14 letters. It was like a M, a Y, a Z, a U, a W, a G. It was
I can help you. I can help you. Because of my experience watching MMA, I've learned how to pronounce Asian names.
I don't even have it written down.
Asia Khan, Yuka Sakakazi, Emi Shakura, Ayuko Shiata, Rio, and Rio Mizunami.
Okay. We got so this can be like a 6-women tag. I'm sure it'll be I don't know what it's gonna be like. I'll watch it, because this is the time they're gonna show us what they got. I know one of them was in the WWE in the 90s, so that was crazy. Then we got the best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta versus Angelico and Jack Evans. So I guess Angelico and Jack Evans is a tag team from the Indies. The best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. They're a good tag team. So it's just
they're the hugging guys, right?
Yeah, so there. So in on Being the Elite, like they kept announcing them in the Battle Royal, and they kept showing up. They're like, "Oh, we want to be in a tag team match." So that was like their whole story. So they ended up getting a tag team match.
Okay.
So those matches are going to be fun. And real quick, Hangman Page. Now, let's talk about what you talked about in the beginning. Now I think it's time to talk about that. See,
hold on. Hey, real quick, break down the best friends tag team real quick. Since it's a kickback, I've been drinking beer. I gotta pee. Break it down for the people.
Well, hey, people, he wants me to break down the best friends. I don't know much about the best friends. They're in ROH a lot. I think they're really, really good. I know Trent Beretta is really, really good. He wrestled Kenny Omega once. That was a good match, but it was Kenny Omega. I mean, come on, let's be real. But yeah, I would just say watch the match. I'll learn more about them. Keep watching Being the Elite. I learn more about them there. But yeah, AD also asked about Pac and Hangman Page. Now, Hangman Page was supposed to wrestle Pac, and it was going to be a really important match for the contendership for the championship. I don't know exactly what's going on. There's reports of visa issues, which I don't believe that. There's big reports of creative differences, and evidently Pac's not even going to be in the AEW. So they ended up shooting an angle. You can watch it on YouTube now on All Elite Wrestling's channel. They had a match in Nottingham. Hey, what's up, man? Hey. You're back. I'm talking about Pac's match with Hangman Page in Nottingham.
Hey, I saw the Pac. What was the dude? The Mexican dude, Zero.
Pentagon M0 or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that match, and that match was dope. And then I saw that Adam Page popped up on that Nottingham spot, and they went at it.
So yeah, they went at it, and they did a match because of the match that got canceled. And evidently, Pac he's the Dragon Gate champion, open the Dream Gate champion. He don't want to lose it. He's been undefeated for 10 months. So it's some Japanese promotion. I don't know much about it. I just know that that's where he came from.
So is he defending that Japanese promotion's title if it was going to happen? No?
No. He wasn't defending it, but he didn't want to take a loss because he had the belt. He figured if he was undefeated and he was a champion, he didn't want to take a loss. And I don't even know if he was going to take the loss, but there was some type of creative differences from a long-term standpoint. And he ended up saying, fuck that shit. So they
right.
did this match. They did this angle so they could possibly do something again at a later date.
Okay,
So
so once that brings me back to what I asked you at the beginning of the show.
Hangman.
No, not Hangman. Pac, Neville, whatever you want to call him. We know who
Yeah,
we're
what
talking
about him? He's probably not going to be in
he
AEW.
wasn't happy in WWE,
No, he
right?
wasn't.
He sat out for a year and then
Yep.
he went independent. Now
Yep.
he's not
He went back
happy
to
with
Dragon Gate and independent. Yes.
now he's not happy with AEW.
Well, see,
Suppose
here's the thing. It all began when he came back, and he's been undefeated for like the past 10 months. So he
okay,
is not playing ball, basically, which I don't know. That's kind of
yeah,
strong
but
to say, but I don't know the internals with it. But for some reason, they couldn't agree to something, and it ain't
okay,
going to
but
go down.
that brings me back to what I asked you. There's besides the indies, I know there's a lot of indie places and overseas and all that shit. When do you stop burning bridges?
When do you stop burning bridges? Hey, I would stop burning bridges today.
Do
He
you?
knows.
Am
Here's
I
the thing.
wrong that he's burning bridges?
He knows he don't care. He knows he's going to be successful over there no matter what.
Okay,
And he is
so
successful over there.
all right. So let me give you an example. I come from the MMA world, right?
Okay.
Okay, there are a few people that have never fought in the UFC because they didn't like the promotion or they didn't feel like they were gonna get what they wanted out of the contract, but yet people consider them the greatest one, some of the greatest of all time. A good example is Fedor. Fedor never fought in the UFC. He fought in Strikeforce, he fought in Pride, and he fought in Bellator, right? His best days were behind him after Pride. He had a couple of good fights in Strikeforce, but I
Dan
can't
Henderson
consider
beat him.
him.
When
I can't consider
Dan
him.
Henderson beat him, it was it.
Yeah, but I can't consider Fedor an all-time great as far as
UFC.
heavyweights because he never fought in the UFC. He never fought the Canes. He never fought the JDSs or people of that caliber, the Frank Mears. He fought Frank Mir later in Bellator, but they were both in their 40s, and Frank Mir hadn't fought in 3 years. Not getting off topic, but at some point, standing up for what you believe in is awesome, and I commend it. But when you burning bridges to mainstream audiences, you can't go back and say, hey, I was the best, or I did this, or I did that, no matter what you did, because you weren't successful in those mainstream audiences.
Yeah, but bro, there's a difference. There's a difference between MMA and wrestling. MMA is competitive. Wrestling isn't that competitive anymore. He's making money. If he can make money, he don't give a shit. And you know what? If he ends up burning a bridge with AEW, and he already burned a bridge with WWE, I don't know. WWE would probably take him back.
But all right, as a fan of Neville, right? Because I've watched a couple of his matches. That dude can wrestle.
Yeah,
right?
he can.
But I want to see, if I'm a fan of Neville, Pac, whatever you want to call him, if I'm a big time fan of his, I want to see him succeed in those mainstream things because I want the casuals to appreciate him as much as I do. Take the money out of it.
You know what? He's going to burn the bridge. He's not going to be at Double or Nothing. So, that,
you don't think it's a work?
Fuck him. He's not going to be there, so we shouldn't even fucking talk about him. Fuck Pac. He's a great wrestler, but he's also being a little crybaby, honestly. He should play business and he should do the right thing. It's going to be his loss, not money. But he ain't going to give a shit. It's going to be what it is. I'll probably still watch his matches. He's a good match. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bro, but like I
don't know.
if he burns it,
just feel
I've got
at
that point maybe because I haven't seen him wrestle in so long. Barely even now. You know what? He's not going to be wrestling Hangman now. But we are ready, AD, to get into the meat and the potatoes. All of the legit matches that we got to talk about. We don't have a lot. we don't have a lot of matches left, but we got to spend a little bit of time on these matches because they mean something, and it's going to be fun. And I'm going to say this before I get into these matches. Actually, you know what? I'll talk about it after getting these matches. I got something to say after we talk about all the matches. I got one thing to say before we leave. But the first match that I really, really, really want to talk about uh, out of the big matches that are happening is the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. You brought up the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon and Ray Phoenix. They've been doing some angles since some press conferences. They had the press conference.
Didn't they spike one of the Young Bucks?
Yeah, with that that cradling power pile driver thing, and then they had the match in Mexico, which we talked about once on the show.
Yeah, they got like 5 million.
Yep. So they took their belts. Yeah, they took their belt. The Young Bucks took their belts. So now they got the feud going, and they're going to wrestle, and it's all about who's the best tag team in the world. And evidently, Matt Jackson is going to debut a new finisher. So when we're watching it, whoever's watching this, watch out for Matt Jackson. Evidently, he's about to hit a finisher, and they've been teasing it on being the Elite. So
Matt Jackson was the one that got spiked, right?
Yes, he's teasing a new finisher, and I guess it's going to.
Hey, have the Young Bucks and the Hardy Boys ever tangled ass?
Yes, a couple years ago at ROH's, the last time was right before the WrestleMania where the Hardys came back. The night before that, they had a ladder match against the Young Bucks in ROH, and Young Bucks won. And then the next night the Hardys went back to WWE. Yeah. The Young Bucks. I say watch out for the Young Bucks, bro. If you want to watch if you watch Double or Nothing, if you want to see something, so you want to see tag team wrestling, I'm gonna say this right now. Watch this match. Also, if you want to learn more about the Young Bucks and how they wrestle, watch the Young Bucks versus the Golden Lovers. Watch anything from them in New Japan from 2015. 2015 to 2016. No, bro, you went off on talking about MMA and talking
about. No, hold on. I just want to be a dick. I just want to be a dick for 30 seconds. Don't ever say the Golden Lovers to me again.
That's their tag team name, okay? Look, that's their tag team name.
I'm sorry, that shit is so funny.
Hey, they're
the
really
Golden Lovers.
Do you know who it is?
80s. No.
It's Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi. Yeah, there's a whole story behind it, but that's a whole another thing.
I thought Omega. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was a tag team. Yep, it's a whole thing. But yeah, the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers. It's going to be a great tag team match, and that's for the AAA tag team championships. That's for the rematch for their belts. So that is going to be a championship match.
All right. So they're defending belts from other promotions at this pay-per-view?
Just that one. And that's it. And I think it was just because the Young Bucks took it from them in their own promotion. It's part of the story. They went into
so they're going to take it from them at
possibly. But the Lucha Brothers signed with AEW, so they're going to be rocking with AEW. So we're going to see a lot more of them. We're going to see where here's another match I want to talk about. Big match. Huge match. It's the one that we talked about. We were talking about this earlier. We were talking about it in the intro. This is big, okay? This match is probably you have to watch the build-up. You have to watch Cody's promo. You have to watch Dustin's reveal. You have to watch the promos. I'll give a shout out to something that everyone should watch after this video sometime tomorrow before Double or Nothing. It was amazing. It's got Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes, brother versus brother. They're finally going to do something to pay off that bullshit that they got put in, they had to deal with before. And it's awesome. They're going to be able to have this, and it's going to be great. And Cody's motto right now, he said, I love my brother. He said, I'm not out to end my brother's career. He said, I'm out to end the Attitude Era. Like this is
Wow.
like this is this match carries a lot of emotion, a lot of internal emotion because they're brothers, because of Dusty, because of what they're doing, how they're doing it. The, it's incredible. You know a lot about Gold Dust, I'm sure. Dustin Rhodes,
Of
AD.
course.
You know about Cody. You know about you know about what he did in the WWE. You know, with Legacy and
Mhm.
getting, like we talked about, getting fed the Stardust character, and it just, then they got punked out at WrestleMania. This is all coming down to this one moment, and it's going to be epic. This is storytelling at its finest. It reminds me of old school. This Cody Rhodes reminds me of this old school. He's getting old school vibe of this. You're not gonna see backflips. You're not gonna see him do 450 splashes, but they're gonna tell a story, and you're gonna be invested in that story, and you're probably gonna be showing that emotion on your face at some point during and after the match. What do you think
All right.
about Cody Rhodes? What do you think about Dustin Rhodes, AD? What do you think about this match? Let me know. What's going
Honestly, honestly, I hope. Well, what I think of it is compelling. You finally gonna get the payoff that the WWE never gave them. You know, and I honestly feel like if, and I'm not shitting on it, and I'm not trying to be, the downer on it. I'm just gonna keep it real. I feel like if Dustin was 5 years, 6 years, 7 years younger, we'll get a better match quality wise because I don't know where Gold Dust body can do. Also, with that being said, he hasn't wrestled in a while because WWE didn't use him, so he's rested. Oh, with that being said, the other caveat is that's his brother, and I'm pretty sure they've been wrestling with each other since they were kids. So the chemistry will be there. So I'm optimistic. I
Well,
just don't
when Gold
want.
did come back, he was great. It was just in like 2016 when he was with Cody. He was killing it. He does DDP yoga too, so that's a good help.
Oh well, shout out to DDP Yoga.
Yeah, man, he's been changing lives. I should do it.
Not for joke. We'll get back to that in a second. Not to joke, but yo, DDP has saved a lot of motherfuckers, bro.
Oh yeah, he's legit,
Yeah,
dude. That's
yeah.
my dude right there.
And,
DDP, shout out to DDP.
the yoga is one thing. I think DDP serves a better purpose because he's a real caring person, and that's where it genuinely comes from.
Yeah, his positivity is top notch. I hope he's at Double or Nothing. I really want to see his face. He was at All In, and it's nice. It's always nice to see DDP.
Yeah.
He's always so positive. I feel like if I knew him as a person, my life would be
He'd
a
be your
better.
friend.
That's how I feel.
So, I'm looking forward to the match because it's something that should have been paid off a long time ago. And I'm optimistic because of the bloodline and the chemistry should be there. I just hope that mentally we're not building up something that physically, with Cody coming off the knee injury and Dustin being, the age he is, can't deliver. Even though in their hearts and their souls and their minds they want to, I just hope that it isn't a flop because physically, what I'm saying, right? Like they just can't do it.
Right,
But
right, right.
I'm shitting on it. I'm not being a hater.
I think you'll
I'm
be
just
surprised.
calling it how I see it.
I
I'm
think
just
you'll be
calling it how I see
surprised.
it. No,
I'm pretty
if
sure
I
they're
won't
gonna
be
they're gonna
no,
they're
I
gonna
won't
knock
be
it out of the park.
surprised. If it's a good match, I won't be surprised because it should be a good match.
Right. Well, then I
Because
hope you're not surprised.
everything that I said can be a hindrance, in actuality should be a strength. The chemistry since they were kids, they grew up together, they care about each other. They're concerned with having a good match. They're invested in it financially, physically, and mentally.
Right. This is a
I
big
just hope
moment.
that
This
the
is going to be
physical
a big moment. Like I said, you're right. There's going to be a lot of emotion that's going to be put into this match. The storytelling alone, like, physic, I know you say that. I don't think I worry about it as much as you do, but I do think about it, but honestly, I'm like you said, they should have a good match. They should have a
You
good
know,
match.
and it's not me look like I said, it's not me looking at it like, you know, oh, it's gonna be garbage. He's old, he's past his time. This dude's coming off a knee surgery and an injury and blah blah blah. I'm just you asked me my opinion, and part of our dynamic has always been we spit the real. And the real is that you have to look at it for what it is. If they can hold up and if they have, you know, even if it's privately, you know, me and you do a show weekly, you know, and let's pull back the curtain a little bit. Everybody thinks that we just come on, we rapid fire the chemistry. Yeah, the chemistry is great. It's been great from day one. But you know why the chemistry has retained its value? Because me and you off camera sit down for half an hour, 45 minutes at a time, just talking shit to each other, going, hey, how was your day at work? Hey, how's the family? Hey, how's this? We developed a rapport. We know each other. The same way I fuck with you when I say certain shit and you're like, ah, and when I'm upset that you throw a fucking gas on the flame just to fucking poke the bear. The only why we work is because outside of this, we're friends.
Well, yeah,
So
it definitely
that
has that.
should work because outside of it, they're brothers and they care about what they're doing. So it should be good. But Father Time is undefeated. When Father Time puts his hand on your shoulder, it's over.
I
Whether
don't
you
know, man.
continue or not, it's over.
It's true,
So
but
I hope
it could
that
be his last
Father
match.
Time
I don't
is
know.
on a date with Mother Nature, getting a hand job behind a tree, smoking a joint.
Well,
And
I'm pretty
he
sure
doesn't
tomorrow
pay.
he'll be all right. Tomorrow is the
All
day
right.
we have to worry about, and I think he'll be good.
All
But
right.
yeah,
Well,
well, that is, I don't know what placement that's going to be on the card, but what I do know is that the last match that we have to talk about is the main event of the evening, and the winner of this match is going to wrestle the winner of the Battle Royal, the Casino
okay.
Battle Royale, for the championship later on, and it is Kenny Omega, the best bout machine, Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. And man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, is this going to be a fire match? They have a
Hey,
history together.
all that shit that Jericho was saying that everybody should thank him. That's all a work, right? That's his character. Is that the man of 5,000 holds talking again? Number
that
375, armbar.
I
Number
don't know, man.
376.
Chris Jericho really does have that ego when it comes down to it. I mean, he's not as intense as maybe he's being on camera, but it's hard to tell. I mean, he might really have that, but he ain't really lying. Like, no, Kenny Omega and them, they're great, but he's the bridge. He is the bridge. He was the bridge since day one when he went to New Japan to wrestle Kenny in the first place. And I said it to
Okay.
my friend Jim. I said, "Man, this is it. This is the start. This is the beginning. Chris Jericho is the beginning." And he went and they had that great match, and Kenny Omega won. It was a good match. It was a great match. It was a hardcore match. There's no holds barred. Kenny was bleeding. It was brutal. Chris Jericho was
Are there any
nasty.
besides the battle royal? Are there any gimmick matches going into this card?
No
Or are they
gimmick
all just
matches.
straight up? No
They're all
gimmicks.
straight up.
Okay. All right.
No
Okay.
gimmick matches. All straight up. And Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho is going to deliver. Kenny Omega. See, and this is where a lot of people, some people, might not know who Kenny Omega is. And there's plenty of matches you can watch. The Kenny Omega versus Okada quadruply. Yeah, I did that. Uh, you could watch any of his matches. You can watch his All In match. You can watch any of his tournament matches from the G1, his US, the IWGP US Heavyweight Tournament. Any of those matches. I mean, he is good. Like, he is real, real good. Chris Jericho is obviously, especially with his age, like, he's one of the best in the world. They're going to put on a great show. But this is the moment I have to plug this. Some point tomorrow, anybody watching this is Friday night. The show comes out tomorrow. AD, if you have 45 minutes at some point tomorrow, Go on YouTube. Go on All Elite Wrestling's channel, or Be in the Elite's Wrestling channel. One of those two. I can't remember if it's on both or just one or the other. It's called Before. I think it's called Before the Bell, and it's a preview of some of the top matches at Double or Nothing, and it's kind of their journey up there, and it is so good. It will give you such a good like a better, clear understanding of how much it means to them versus like a guy like me talking into a camera saying, "Hey, this is should totally watch this." Like if you watch this Before the Bell thing, like you'll see how much it means to them and how much
Okay.
and everything that is behind it. Like this is such a big event for wrestling fans. This is 20 years in the making. And I know you were a fan of WCW back in the day, back when it was good, back when you flipped the channels. This is an opportunity for something like that to exist again. And this is their chance. This is their opportunity to do that.
I respect that, but I don't want to put the weight of those nostalgia feelings of wanting something else that's just as good on it because I don't want to be disappointed. Nor do I think it's fair to them when they're not trying to be WCW. They're
Well, they're
not
not
trying to be
WWE.
No, not at all. But honestly, if they don't deliver as far as compelling matches, and not only compelling matches, the pay-per-view production, camera work, lighting, presentation, entrances, all that shit has to be up to par, B. Because yeah, I shit on WWE week in and week out with all the bullshit they do, but guess what? I still pop when Finn Balor comes out and goes, you know what I mean? I still get chills when I hear the song of The Undertaker's music. A lot goes into making me want to watch a show. You know?
Well, I would suggest if you're going to watch this show, go into it with an open mind and just understand that this is
I have an open mind. I definitely have an open mind. I just don't want to be looking at some shit where I feel lost or I think, damn, that's cheesy and cheap. Like,
well,
damn,
you know what?
that ramp looks like garbage.
I
Damn,
would suggest you watch that before the bell.
Tron behind them looks like shit. You know,
Yeah,
they have to deliver, Pete. They have you like you told me. You said it. Hold on. You said they have con money. If the Titantron or whatever screen behind them looks like some shitty indie show, the lighting is off, like the sound editing is off, the pyro looks like cheap fucking, Pennsylvania fireworks that you get at 4th of July, 2 for $10.
Whoa. You can't say they could have that and they'll have more than WWE now because WWE don't do no motherfucking pyro anymore.
You know why they don't do pyro?
They could come out fucking holding sparklers and it'd be better than the WWE when it comes to pyro. They could all have sparklers in their hands like, what's up, y'all? We're here. Here's our pyro.
Yeah, they don't, you know why they don't do pyro anymore?
Because of money.
They don't do pyro anymore?
It's
no,
money.
It has nothing to do with money.
It has everything to do with money. They got rid of it because of budget cuts, because they can't make money with their damn TV show anymore or any of the other shit. They're losing so much shit, their stock prices fucking plummeted. And they said, we need to save money. That's why they did it.
Well, look, basically this. If I look at it and it looks like some shit that's in a fucking high school gym auditorium, I'm not going to be satisfied.
Well, no one's going to be satisfied, but you can't go into it thinking it's going to be shit. Bro, it's going to be
I'm not thinking it's going to be shit.
Bro,
I'm saying
I guarantee it is.
It looks like shit. If it looks like shit, look, if it looks like shit and smells like shit, guess what? It's not a fucking flower. It's a piece of shit.
Man, fuck the WWE.
See, you just mad now. now you're just angry. Hey, I wanted to hit you up with something real quick, getting off the AW thing, and I want to let everybody on the network know. Guess where I'm going June 1st?
I know where you're going.
Where am I going?
You're going to TakeOver.
Yes, sir. Takeover 25. Yo, I just read the card, B.
Yep.
There's gonna be a 4 tag team ladder match for the vacant NXT titles, yo.
Yes, I watched NXT Wednesday and seeing how all that happened.
I didn't. Fill me in.
Basically,
Kickback.
the War Raiders vacated them and left, and then the
How
Street
they vacate him?
Profits,
Dropped them and walked away.
they beat everybody's ass and then laid him in the middle of the ring and walked away. It was pretty
They
awesome.
decimated all the people.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, they just fucked
That's
everybody up in
awesome.
bounced, bro.
That's awesome.
They're fucking
That's so
Vikings,
awesome.
man.
He said they
They fucking went backstage, they ate a fucking raw piece of slab of steak, and then they fucking left. They went to the WWE. They said, "Let's go." But yeah, but I didn't get a chance to talk about. I wasn't done talking about Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega yet because.
Oh my bad. I'm sorry. I couldn't interrupt you. So hostile.
No, it's all good,
So
brother.
angry.
We have to give them the respect that's due for this match. So there's only a couple other things I'll say about this match. First off, number one, okay, Kenny Omega is the best wrestler in the world today. It is not going to last for long. He's getting older.
He's better than Seth. He's better than Seth AJ Styles because I know you're big on that.
Not by much, but yeah. Trust me, I'm not going to hate on Seth or AJ. I'm talking.
No, I'm not. You know, to appreciate somebody, you don't have to another person. You think he's the best in the world right now?
He's better.
All right, so then why is everybody pushing this Hangman dude? He's better than Hangman?
Well, I think he is, but Hangman is just really, really good, and he has more potential. Hangman is the future star.
Mm.
Yeah,
all right, so
he's the future star.
So not comparing skills or styles. I'm just comparing apples to apples and oranges to oranges. All right, so Omega is the version of AJ and Hangman is a Seth.
I wouldn't even call Hangman a Seth. I would call Hangman a. If Kenny was AJ, Hangman would be right now probably.
Daniel Bryan?
No, Drew McIntyre.
Oh.
On that level. Like, not really. He hasn't, like, Drew hasn't had the title yet, but he's going to.
He hasn't broken his ceiling, but any minute now he could, and he could do his damn thing, right?
Yeah, that's about the best I can come up with. That's about the equal measure for that. Yeah, Hangman is really, really good. I don't even know if he's going to wrestle. We'll see what happens.
Is
maybe
he a heel?
I think he's a baby face.
He's a baby face.
I mean, well, AEW don't really declare what's what. So
no, but I'm talking about like I said. Obviously, the character was established outside of it.
Yeah, he's a baby face. He gets cheered. He says inspirational stuff. Yeah.
Does he do baby face things, or is he like a Stone Cold baby face where he does some shitty shit, or like an Eddie Guerrero where he would cheat or do some shit?
Maybe some hardcore stuff, but nothing too cheap. Nothing like
nothing dirty. No dirty shit.
If you watch his match watch his All In match with Joey Janela, he beat the. I mean, it was brutal, bro. If you want to see a Hangman match, watch the All In match between Hangman and Joey Janela. That's a great match. And Kenny Omega is. And actually, I think Kenny Omega actually wrestled Hangman once too in New Japan. Or ROH, one of those two. Kenny Omega is the best wrestler to me. Chris Jericho, he's just the most transcendent wrestler. He's been everywhere for ages. He was in Japan, in Mexico, in Canada, and then then ECW, then WCW, then WWE for 19 years, didn't wrestle anywhere else. And then goes to New Japan and still puts on 5-star classics. And now, even at Dominion, Chris Jericho is going to wrestle Kenny Omega at Double or Nothing in the main event. And then he's going to Dominion in Japan to wrestle Okada for the IWTV Heavyweight Championship in their main event, their big pay-per-view. Chris Jericho's the man right now.
So my question is, what titles do AEW have? Not
well, they're just beginning. We're gonna get a lot of those answers in Double or Nothing, because their weekly TV show starts in the fall time on TNT. That's when they're going to have, and they got like 3 or 4 events before that. So they're going to have events that come up, and like maybe by month, and then they're going to start going weekly. So we're going to all find all that out.
So as a casual, right? Let me play devil's advocate. As a casual, that's a problem.
Well, bro, there's nothing they can do. They can't force TNT. The TNT's, and they're being strategic about it, bro. They're going on Tuesday nights. They're going on Tuesday nights the week after SmackDown leaves and goes back to Friday.
Okay, but let me break something down for you. I'm casual, you hardcore, right?
Right, but I get that. But
okay,
you got
hold on. Wait. I know you want to defend it. Hold on. Let me break something down for you.
I get it. You're a casual fan. You're not gonna like it if they're not gonna produce what you want to see. But
no, it has nothing to do with what I want to see. You want me to invest in something that's brand new and pay for 3 or 4 pay-per-views before you give me your free product. That's not how the world works. Whether it's, buy one, get one free, in the street selling a bag of weed and you're a brand new fucking weed dealer, no matter what you call it. I can't tell you, yo, my shit is the shit, and tell you, oh yeah, you don't believe me? You want a sample? Pay for it. No, fuck you.
Look,
I want to know. I want to know that your shit is legit before I start giving you my hard-earned money as a person that lives and works paycheck to paycheck. You're in my boat. Let's call it what it is. You have a family. You have more kids than I do. If I told you, hey, JB, this thing is the greatest thing in the world, and you're like, for real? And I'm like, yeah, yo, this is what you're going to like. Trust me. And you're like, all right, I believe you. What is it like? Oh, I'll tell you what it's like. Wait. I'll tell you what it's like. Can I have $29.95?
It's not like that. There's
yes,
not
it is.
No.
There's not
yes, it is. Because you just told me that They've been building this up, man. They've been building this up for such a long time, and you have someone telling you to watch a 45-minute special to build it up. If you could watch the 45-minute special, if you don't want to buy the event after that, then you don't want to. Then don't buy the event. But all I'm saying is that this event,
it's not about not wanting. It's not about not wanting or wanting, because guess what? I'm a person with expensive taste. I want a lot of shit. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of things I want. Even if I don't know about it, I'm with. If I had money like that, wait. If I had money like that, right, I would try bungee jumping. I would try, that case of beer from a local distributor that costs $25. I would try all these things. You know why? Because I have the money to burn and try it. But I'm talking from the working class, everyday schmo who lives paycheck to paycheck, and you want me to invest not just $30 on your first event, but 3 more after that. Do the math. That's $120. That's my water bill. That's my light bill. That's groceries. You want me to give you my hard-earned money and not eat for a product that I don't know is fucking good? All your shit should be free until you establish yourself. And that's not me being a hater. That's me being a fucking
dude. That's hater stuff right there, bro. That's pretty hardcore, bro. Because look, not everybody's in that position, bro. If you're in a position, hold on. If you're in a position where you can't afford it, then you just can't afford it. Go to fucking Reddit, man. Illegal that shit, like most people are gonna do. I mean, watch it. If anything, just I'm not condoning that, but that's what people do. There's people on there that say I can't afford it. I understand that point, and I get it. You're not willing to pay for it if you don't know what it is. It's like a blind door to you because you're a casual fan. It's like, here, open up this door for $50 and you don't know what you're gonna get. But all you have to go by is what anyone else, the videos that you watch. If they could do weekly TV right now, they probably would, but they can't.
All right. So look, the only reason why I'm even considering paying for this pay-per-view is not because of the Being the Elite YouTube channel, or the Road to Double or Nothing free YouTube channel, or what I can watch on YouTube for free, and that'll build my excitement. You know what's really giving me even the slightest inkling to spend my money on this thing? And honestly, I don't even know the price point. What's the price point?
I don't know. It's different everywhere. To be honest, I haven't looked at it yet.
It's different everywhere. Guess what? The UFC is the same price everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
you can't.
I'm not comparing. I'm not comparing. Hold on.
The UFC is fucking garbage right now, bro. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna fucking go on a rant about the UFC because that ESPN bullshit.
Now me and you got a problem.
I ain't never ordered a fucking UFC event again. Fuck UFC.
So you're telling me
bullshit, bro. Ever since they got banned with that corporate ass bullshit. Fuck UFC.
All right, so you're telling me right now.
I have to sign up for a subscription.
You're telling me dollar for dollar.
I can't even go to beat-ups anymore.
Dollar for dollar. Wait. You're telling me dollar for dollar, penny for penny, professional wrestling is better to invest in than mixed martial arts? You're fucking crazy. You know why? You're fucking crazy.
When did I say that?
Yeah, you did. You said you were about to shit on the UFC.
No, I said I'm not buying ESPN Plus. I said that's bullshit. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna pay for a subscription service just for the opportunity to pay $60 to $80 fucking dollars for your fights, and I can't even go to beat-ups anymore to watch it. They changed everything. Me and my buddy was talking. We used to go to beat-ups and watch all the big events. I paid $100 to watch Conor McGregor fight Floyd because I thought it was a big ass thing. I paid $60 to $70 to watch Conor's return match, and then I seen all the bullshit with at the end and all that Khabib shit. I even paid for the John Jones fight. You know what? They were decent events, but I had the ability to just pay for that shit. Now they got that fucking shit on ESPN Plus. Here's the thing, okay? I understand. There's people who can't afford Double or Nothing, okay, brother? There's people who can't, watch it because they got to do this bill, they got to do that bill, week to week, regular smo. That's me, yes. But I'm going to make time for it. Okay. And if you can't make time for it, you want to know what my plan is and what I'm trying to do, and what other people are going to do. It's old school, man. It's what we used to do for the UFC, man. They can't do it in the UFC no more. They just want everybody to just get one. No, what we're going to do is they want people to get together and watch together, pitch in the money like old school. And I get it. People don't do that shit no more.
But let me tell you something.
But the UFC, I don't want to hear the UFC invest in more. Look, I'm a wrestling fan. I was an MMA fan for a long time. I'm not really that much of a fan anymore. They lost me because they lost all their value to me. They lost all their. Remember, okay, Forrest Griffin and Stephan Bonner. The essence of that is gone, bro. It's gone.
Not really. And you know why I can tell you not really? You know why I can tell you not really? You just mentioned two things. One, they want people to chip in, right? People have been chipping in for pay-per-views since Mike Tyson, since WrestleMania 3. Nobody. Right. Wait. Listen, hear me out. I just got information. You know how much the AEW pay-per-view is? $50.
$50.
Right? Now, you just said that they want people to chip in. I watch every UFC pay-per-view. I watch every one. Whether it's $50, whether it's $100, I watch them. And you know how I watch them? Because I have people that love it like I love it, and we chip in for beer, we chip in for the fight. And if I don't have it, my people that are close to me say, you know what, I got it. And when they don't have it, I got it. So it get paid for. With that being said, you want me to pay $50 for a Double or Nothing pay-per-view that I know nothing about because you expect me to appreciate it. And I'm not saying I won't. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm not trying to shit on anything about it. Right?
Well, I'm going to pay it. I already saved it. I'm paying it.
And guess
because
what?
I know that it's going to be amazing.
Let me ask you a question. Me and you are tight, right?
Yeah.
If I live next door to you and I say, yo, JB, even if we didn't have the show, we were just friends, and I said, "Yo, JB, I'm broke. Can I come by? You pay for the pay-per-view. Maybe I'll buy a 12-pack."
Yeah.
What would you say to me? Exactly.
Come over.
You're willing to pay. You're willing to pay that $50 and allow me to have fun on your dime, right?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Of course, I would.
I don't have that option. My dude who got me back into wrestling, besides my girl with Total Divas, is not here to pay the $50. So I have to come out of pocket.
That's
right?
me. That's me now. I'm gonna watch it alone too. I don't have my buddy can't come and watch it. He's not gonna be able to. And if he does come and watch it, he won't be able to pay me.
You said you're willing to pay for it.
Well, yeah, no, I'm gonna pay for it regardless. He probably end up showing up, but I know he ain't got no money.
You made my point for me.
Just like me, huh?
You made my point for me.
No, that's okay.
You know why we're talking in circles? That's what we do.
Y'all talking in circles. This conversation went all the way left. It became about AEW to about AEW versus UFC.
Hey, that's what the kickback is all about.
That's what the kickback is about. Hold on, talk to him for a second.
Well, we only got a couple minutes left.
Hold on 1 second.
We only got a couple minutes left. We're gonna be talking about AEW a little bit longer then. If you want to talk about AEW a little longer, Combatants, AD might not get it. It's okay if he don't. If he don't order the pay-per-view, I know that some of you will. I'm going to. We'll just keep telling about how awesome it is. And then all the next pay-per-views that come out, we'll get them and talk about how awesome it is. And then he's going to hear the rumblings. He's going to hear it. And eventually he's going to have to watch. Just like everybody else is going to have to watch. Because it's going to grow and it's going to be bigger. If not bigger than the WWE, it's going to be separate from the WWE. It's going to be a true alternative for someone like me to watch besides WWE when they come up with some stupid-ass 24/7 championship. Or some stupid ass.
You're the one who told me yesterday on the breakdown, get over the fucking championship because I was ranting. See, this is awesome.
Here it is. No, I like the idea. Okay, I'm entertained by the clever ways that they can have a 24/7 championship. But I agreed with you. It looks stupid. But AEW isn't going to be that. And evidently, the new belt is going to look amazing. So Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega is the main event. And out of all the things that we discussed with this event, I know I'm going to watch it. AD, I'm not sure if you're going to watch it. If you don't watch it, I'll be sure to tell you all about it. And I'll be so happy, man. I'm excited for this event.
Come here real quick. Hey, yo, everybody, Combatants. She don't like to be on camera, but this is the woman that runs my life.
Hi.
Am I going to watch it?
Yes. He's gonna watch it because he can't help himself because he wants to see what the big deal is about, and then he'll come on here and talk shit about it.
Interesting.
Fuck you.
Now how the tables have turned.
Go away. I love you. Go away. I love you too. Stop
turned. So out of all that, you're probably still gonna watch it because you're interested. They've caught your attention, AD.
You will find a way to pay the fucking $50. Let's just be real.
You know what, man?
Facts is facts.
You know what, man? Listen.
Don't lie to the people.
I don't lie to the people. That's why she's successful. We got the Wrestling Trivia channel on our fucking back. So I'm never lied.
AD does not lie. He is not a liar.
Don't let him fool you.
Well, Combatants, it's been the Kickback. We've been having a great time, Combatants. We talked about AEW. We got sidetracked. We talked about a bunch of other stuff.
You in the fucking corner, and now you want to sign off. Fuck that. Hold on. Listen. All right, look. I'll keep it 100. Do I want to pay $50 for some shit that I don't know what's gonna happen?
No.
No.
Is he gonna pay $50 for something that he don't know is gonna happen?
Probably yes. And I'm gonna hear about it on Tuesday when I'm broke. Right?
Well, how about this? Okay, check it out. All right, how about this? How about this? If you're gonna check it out, if you're gonna get it, and you're gonna watch it, we'll do a breakdown for it. All right. So Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever, when it comes down, maybe if we can get it a little earlier, we can. We'll do a break. We'll do a double or nothing breakdown. And then you could talk about whether or not your $50 was well spent or whether or not it wasn't. What do you think?
Well, if it happens, like I said, financially, if I could do it, it'll happen. If not, I'll go to Reddit, find the stream, supposedly, and maybe supposedly I watch it illegally. Supposedly, so
allegedly.
you're saying it maybe. Nah, but on the real, like, I'm not hating on it and I'm not shitting on it because I'm that guy that just wants to hate on things that's the unknown. No.
Of course not.
I feel, like I said, as a person who the value of $1 has to be stretched a certain way. If you want me to invest in something that's backed by a billionaire, it shouldn't be.
Bro, do you really think that it's not going to have good video production quality?
No,
do you really believe that? Do you believe that?
No. What I'm saying is,
of course you're right. They're going to need to have it there. But you're making it sound like you don't think it. You make it sound like you.
No. JB. They're backed by billions of dollars. The first event should be given to us for $30 or less because you want us to be able to afford it, to become your fans at a price point that is pretty much accessible and be okay.
You just want it to be like when you go to the grocery store and the sample tables are there, you get a sample for free, and then
I don't want a sample for free.
And once you realize that sample's good, then you go purchase it.
Have you ever bought a pair of shoes that you didn't fucking try on?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, so pretty much you want to taste it before you buy it.
Yeah, I said that 50 times. Yeah. I don't want to, if I have to pay for the taste, I don't want it to be a $50 taste. $25.99, $20.99, $19.99.
And then bump it up.
Yeah, because I know what I'm getting.
If you don't watch it, bro, I will let you know. But I completely understand where you're coming from. As from a casual fan standpoint, if they don't do that, they're going to have problems. But I fully believe that it's going to be video production of highest quality.
I'll tell you my solution off camera because I'm not going to incriminate myself.
Well, we're gonna have to cut this kickback down. It's getting late, guys. It's 9:45 Eastern. We're gonna have to cut it loose. But yeah, AEW Double or Nothing, MGM Grand in Las Vegas. It's going to be on pay-per-view. You can watch on their YouTube channel. You can watch the buy-in at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be the Battle Royal and another match, maybe another one. I don't know. Probably not. Just the two. And then at 8 p.m. that's when the pay-per-view starts, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to watch it. I will be there. And then maybe we'll get a review. Maybe we'll get a breakdown. We'll see. But
you know what?
This is JB3.
At this point, we're going to get a breakdown. You know why? Because even if I don't watch it, you're going to watch it, and that's what we do. Who are we?
We're doing a breakdown. But this has been JB3. That's been AD Nasty. Tell them where they can find you, man.
Listen, I'm Candy, man. If you want to find me, just say my name. I'll fucking pop up. Y'all can find me here on the Combat Wrestling Network. Soon you can find me on the Breakdown Boyz channel where we'll be breaking down wrestling, professional wrestling. We'll be breaking down MMA and maybe some pop culture shit. I don't know. I just recently did a trivia match on Multiplex. Shout out to Multiplex and Full Metal, but I'm stepping away for a little while to basically channel my energy into my personal life things and this thing that we have created, me and my brother JB3. Yeah, that's where you can find me. And if you don't want to find me, don't go down a dark alley. You might get stabbed.
Yeah. No, you won't. AD is on some drink right now. It looks like having a good time, getting a little bit loose. I'm confident he's not going to stab anybody. He's not. He's not going to stab anybody tonight. But yeah, this has been JB3. This is the Kickback. Talk about some AEW. We got a little off track, but we always do. We're here to have a good time.
Oh, one more thing.
One more thing.
Yo, I'm going to NXT 25. I will be taking video. I'll try to upload it. I can't upload it live because we will get copyright strikes. I'll give my reactions to NXT 25 on June 2nd. JB, where can they find you?
Just right here, Combat Wrestling Network, doing these shows, and pretty soon, Breakdown Boys. Yeah, getting ready.
Baby, tell them, peace.
Hey.